Hi, sports fans. You're now tuning in to Chicks in the Sports, the hottest sports show in the A. This is your girl, the self-proclaimed sportsnista, your Gary Thomas, with...
I am Lita Lee, a.k.a. at Lita Wins.
Hi, this is Erica Blunt, the sports diva.
Hey, it's your girl, Alicia Bostic.
Hey, world, it's your sports guru. It's Bonnie, baby.
The game will never be the same. Game on!
Game on. This is your girl, the self-proclaimed sportsnista, your Gary Thomas. I am in the building with
Alicia Bostic.
Hi, Alicia. How are you?
Hello, your Gary TGIF.
I know it's been a crazy week. How have you been this week?
No complaints. I'm just excited to dive into everything that we have to talk about. A lot happened.
Oh my gosh, yes. A lot has happened this week. It's so so little time. Are you ready to get in? Right?
Let's jump right in. Let's do it.
Okay, well, it's been a wonderful week, guys. We know that it's a lot of things that's happening on the political realm. Again, I try to stay focused and not get so political, but I couldn't help but to see this story about D. Wade, which was just amazing, right?
Right.
Go ahead.
So, after the Parkland shooting, a student who was killed in the incident actually was buried in a Dwayne Wade jersey.
Oh, no. So sad.
And so, whenever he was asked about, what does that mean to you? He said it was an honor. And then he honored him in the game by wearing shoes with his name.
Wasn't that wonderful?
Right.
Oh, my gosh. D. Wade. To me, just to even have that homage to that young student, that was just totally amazing. I know that some of the other leagues, I believe the Mets last week had the hats of one of the fallen victims. But it's really been very touching, such a touching tribute, And
what a way to use your platform, too. I love that he was able to honor him because, we're all affected. But
yeah.
Great move by Dwayne Wade.
I love it. And, again, our prayers and thoughts to Florida. We're praying that things will make a change. I know it's not going to happen overnight, but hopefully in the weeks to come, there will be a significant difference, to say the least. Now, moving right along, I know we have to get the sadness out of the way, right? Sad news, and it's really, I guess, a difficult situation to be in. I know. Do you know any cancer survivors?
I do. My dad is actually a cancer survivor.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. So he had prostate cancer, and then it actually came back, and he went through radiation and chemo, and he's doing great. So cancer
there is hope,
sucks,
right?
But it's beatable.
Yeah, for sure. And I definitely believe, do you think that attitude plays a role in that?
Absolutely, and that's what makes Jim Kelly's story so great. His daughter, Erin, and his wife posted messages on Thursday explaining that his oral cancer is back. But, they said, I'm shocked, heartbroken, sad, angry, confused, and that's feelings that I think that anybody dealing with cancer can relate to.
I know.
But what I loved is that his daughter said he will continue to persevere and fight like never before, and we will be right alongside him fighting too. So keep fighting the good fight, Jim Kelly. We're behind you. And I think that, everyone wants to be Kelly, #Kelly tough.
Right, and he could fight it, and he could beat it. The thing about it is, it's happening so much now. It's a scary time to be with the C. The big C is what they're calling it. But, again, our thoughts and prayers go out to him, and we know you got this. You got this, Jim Kelly. Now, you know what? Let's get on to some uplifting news. The Winter Olympics is now closing and done and over with. What was your highlights? What are you thinking? What's your thoughts? How did you feel about the Olympics?
What are my thoughts? I loved the Olympics. Olympics were great. We had the highs. I loved Shaun White winning.
Yay!
And I'm throwing his helmet. I loved it. I also love the story of Lindsey Vonn. You know, she didn't get the results that she wanted. She came home with a bronze, and she's crying. But I think that's what we love about sports is the emotions that they invoke. And,
I know.
The closing ceremony is just absolutely a celebration of athletes that put everything on the line.
For sure.
And a celebration of the culture there in South Korea.
You know, and what is homage? I definitely have to give a shout out to Alina Taylor and Chris Kinney, who were both from Georgia, Douglasville and Stockbridge, Georgia, who actually brought home medals. So, you know, congratulations and welcome back. Such an honor, you know, to be a Georgia native and go out there into the world and do these fantastic events and then come back with gold. Isn't that great?
Great. Also, while I was doing some research, I did not realize that the ceremony was the last event that would be held in the Olympic Stadium there. And those were the opening and closing ceremony were the only two events that were going to take place in this $109 million stadium.
Oh my gosh.
And it's being torn down after the Olympics. It's over.
It's over. It's done. It's done. But see, here's the thing. We have the Olympics here, and a lot of their stuff after the fact just sat empty for years.
Right.
And now they're just now tearing down stuff. So just to think, when we have the Olympics, they're going to probably build something phenomenal and ginormous or enormous and make it so spectacular. I'm just wondering, you know, what we're going to do with all these new things because we got the Olympics. It's coming when? Is it 2020? Or when
2020 is Beijing and the Winter Olympics. I'm not exactly sure when.
Yeah, but it's coming, right? Sometime.
Somebody listening to us
tweet us.
knows more about the Olympics
Isn't
than
it
us.
coming?
Let us know. Are the Olympics coming?
It is coming. It's coming. But again, you know, it'll be phenomenal to see because we still have Centennial Park.
Right.
Which is amazing. We utilize that to the fullest. But I'm wondering, will they still, I think I spoke about it last week, will they still use that big torch, you know, to light the torch? Will that still be, or are they going to build something new? I'm just wondering, you know.
Something to keep an eye out for.
I know. Definitely, for sure. So, you know, shouts out to ATL when we hold the Olympics. Now, speaking of ATL news, can we talk about the Falcons? Are you ready to talk about the Falcons?
Tell me about the Falcons, Carrie.
My Atlanta Falcons, you know, that Mr. Arthur Blanks, owner of our Atlanta United, owner of the Atlanta Falcons, he's going to the Georgia Sports Hall of Fame. Yeah! Isn't that an amazing, you know, achievement? I mean, what's your thoughts?
Eighth and final inductee into the 2018 class.
Yeah.
And I am so excited for him. I think that, you know, he obviously has a successful business in Home Depot.
Of course
he
does.
has two successful franchises.
A quadrillionaire.
In the NFL and MLS.
Right.
He built Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Oh, yes.
And on top of that, he is like the best person. Like, I just think that he's an incredible human being. You know, with his foundation, he's already donated over $300 million to charitable organizations.
Amazing.
And if you just need insight into the type of person that he is, you can listen to his acceptance speech.
Yes.
You know, he talks about how he doesn't consider himself an owner of the Falcons or Atlanta United, but rather, what was his words? I think he said an ambassador or supporter. And he said it's a very subtle but powerful difference in words. And I just am excited for him because that's such an honor. He's not a Georgia native.
That's what
he
said.
has certainly made a huge impact
on Georgia. For sure. When he was actually, he sat down in front of a crowd and he said, I was not born and raised in Georgia, but I've spent the majority of my life here. This was a large crowd sitting among 80 people celebrating all the inductees. So again, you know, wonderful, wonderful achievement for Arthur Blanks. We are excited that you are considering yourself a Georgia native at this point, being inducted. You might as well be. But again, that's amazing. You know, that's definitely amazing. And also note, too, speaking on the Falcons, they are announcing quite a few free agents this week. Did you see that? Quite a few. Quite a few.
Yeah, Carrie, I have to tell you this all the time. It's a business.
It's a business.
And there's salary caps.
Is it now? Well, speaking of salary caps, I hear Matty Ice is up for a possibly new $30
million dollar man. Is Matty Ice going to be a $30 million man?
Sounds like it. I mean, is it possible?
I mean, I think anything is possible. When you see quarterbacks, new contracts, I mean, think about Jimmy Garoppolo. Just signed a massive deal.
Oh, my gosh.
Remember when everyone was freaking out about Matt Stafford's deal?
Yes.
I mean, Matt Ryan plays right up there with them. He took them to the Super Bowl 2 years ago. We came close again last year.
Yes. We came close, but didn't make it. But that's another topic for another day.
You know, he's worth it.
He's worth it.
He's Atlanta's franchise quarterback. And if he is negotiating the deal for $30 million, I don't see the Falcons putting up that much of a fight.
Okay. I'm leaving it on the table. Hands up, hands down. Matty Ice. Okay, get your calls in. Chicks in the Sports, we're in the building. Alicia hanging out with one of my favorite. I love them all.
It's okay. You can tell me that I'm your favorite.
She's one of my favorites. She's one. And, call us 44603-8770. Get your thoughts in. We're talking Atlanta sports. We're talking sports all together. So many amazing topics coming up. I'm just super excited. I know we have our contributor coming in pretty soon. She'll be breaking down the NASCAR.
Drive fast, turn left.
All day, and again, it's going to be very interesting. But, I definitely wanted to, just get to something that was a little bit lighthearted. I know UFC. No. I'll save UFC for Justin. I'll save that for you. But let's talk about Atlanta Hawks. So let's speak on that. Monday, Atlanta Hawks. They played the Lakers. And as the scoreboard was going on, the official Twitter page turned to trolling some of the Laker fans. Now, I guess that was a distraction? Was it a distraction from the actual scoreboard? What was that about?
I am the biggest fan of the Hawks social media team. Whatever they're doing it right. It's funny. Sports is supposed to be lighthearted, and
I know, right?
Like obviously not everyone can win every game, but they do the best job about keeping it lighthearted and just playing into it. So I loved it. I loved it.
It was crazy. Okay, so basically what was happening? They were stalking the Lakers fans. And, of course, they were jerseys. Lakers fans are one of the best. A lot of them had on Kobe Bryant's jersey. A lot of them had on Shaquille O'Neal, Abdul-Jabbar. I mean, the list goes on and on. Magic Johnson. And, of course, our favorite Twitter account, Atlanta Hawks, went on to say, are they on the current roster? And took pictures of everyone that had their jersey. As it goes on to see, I see Kobe Bryant, I see Shaquille O'Neal. No, and no, not on the current roster. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. No, not on the roster. Anybody? Oh, Magic Johnson, really? No, not on the roster. And then they come to Ball. Finally, yes, on the roster. So it was just crazy, it's crazy. It was entertaining. Of course, the Atlanta Hawks went on to lose that game.
That's okay. That's all right. You'll get them next time.
You'll get them next time. We'll get them next time. But that's okay because the Atlanta Hawks. I mean, they're in a different type of situation here. I love my Atlanta Hawks. They are one of my favorite teams. Other than the Atlanta Dream is my favorite team. But I'm just Atlanta Hawks. They I don't know. What's your thoughts? I'm just, I'm figuring it out. They're good, but we have our moments. We are up, we're down. We're up, we're down.
Yeah, consistency is key. And until we start playing consistently.
I know.
You're not going to win.
Because, again, we were coming off a 4-game losing streak, and we ended up defeating the Pacers on Wednesdays. The Atlanta Hawks will match up with Steph Curry today, the Golden State Warriors. So we shall see,
I mean, if I was playing, I'd want to be on Golden State.
Alicia, that was not the
I'd
right
be like Kevin Durant, and I would leave my team, and I'd go where I can win. Just saying it. But Obama,
Now you want to...
Obama would be playing with the Spurs.
Okay, so now you want to switch. Oh, I see your angle now, Alicia. I see where you're going. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's jump into former President Barack Obama says if he was a free agent, he would play for the who?
The Spurs.
Interesting.
Yeah,
okay, break it down.
During an MIT Sports Analytics conference, he was, I don't even know how the question came up, but he was like, the Spurs, they're smart, they're well run, they're a focused team.
Yes.
That's who I'd want to play for. And then
what did Coach Pop say?
Coach Pop said, that's really flattering. And then he gave a cheeky answer to one of the reporters and said, I'd have to do a background check. There's some things I heard in his past that weren't really good. And I can't remember where I heard them from.
I know. It was so crazy. Greg Popovich, can I say this about him? I was at one of the Atlanta Hawks games, and after, the coaches come out. And he was like a rock star. He was so humble. Like, there were little kids surrounding him, and they were like, can I get your autograph? And he was so humbly gave them autographs. He gave pictures. He was one of those coaches, just hearing his personality. I don't know him personally, but he seems like a really nice, cool, humble guy, right?
Right. And that's the kind of coach you want to play for.
Yeah, for sure.
So, maybe Obama's onto something.
Maybe so. Maybe so. Tell us. Get your tweets on 404-603-8770. We are in the building, Chicks in the Sport with Alicia. Alicia, do you have a special name? What is your sports name?
I don't really have a sports name.
I was wondering, are you ever going to get one?
Yakiri is
the self-proclaimed sportsnista. Hello.
So, maybe help me out. Twitter.
Yes.
Instagram, Facebook, callers. I need a name.
You need a name. Let's get your name. It took me a while to become the self-proclaimed sportsnista. You can't have my name.
Okay.
So you definitely have to start from scratch. It is a process, weaving through which one fits best. But, eventually, I'm pretty sure you'll find one.
Maybe one day. I'm learning.
Well, what was your favorite sport in college?
I am a football girl.
Okay.
So I grew up watching football.
Yeah.
Playing football in the backyard.
Yeah.
If my dad would have let me play football, I would have been out there. I still don't know if I would have played offense or defense, but I kind of feel like maybe I would have played both sides of the ball.
I love that. I cannot even imagine playing football or any touch and go sport, to say the least. But I honor you in that moment. Like, wow, that's amazing. So, what about basketball? Do you like basketball?
I do like basketball. I'm trying to get in the swing of things, with March Madness coming up. You can check out my article I just wrote on our website, breaking it down how it all works, the structure of the tournament. Because if you don't know what the big dance is, like my sister Amanda didn't, then...
Amanda, what?
My sister's in the studio with us, and I'm getting side eyes. But if you don't know what the big dance is, then you should go and read it and check it out.
Yes, on shitsinthesports.com, amazing article breakdown of March Madness, and just give us the basics. What is the Sweet 16? What is that? What does that mean?
All right. Selection Sunday coming up March 11th. And that is when we're going to decide who gets in, who doesn't get in. So there's 32 automatic bids for conference champions, and then 36 bids that a committee will decide based on team's performance throughout the season.
And the crazy thing about it is quite early to kind of, get our brackets in, right? But, to say the least, is there any go-to team that you will just feel comfortable going to?
I don't know. See, I was going to say Virginia until the game last night. And if you follow any sports things on Twitter, you're going to hear a lot about this is March. And this is because the most exciting time in college basketball is happening right now. Number one, Virginia facing off against Louisville last night and beat them in a buzzer beater.
Amazing.
So anything can happen. So whenever I talk about Cinderella stories, Louisville might have been one of those Cinderella stories had they beat Virginia. You never know what can happen. Everything is unpredictable. Brackets are impossible. There's some number that I don't even know how to pronounce. That there's no way you can have a perfect bracket.
It's crazy.
But it makes everything more exciting. So fill out your bracket. And if you don't know anything about basketball, we're here to help you. And if we don't help you, pick names that you like or teams that have pretty colors.
Right.
Go for it.
But the thing about it, I guess, it's so big. March Madness is huge. It's almost like the Super Bowl of college basketball, right?
Right.
So in this, do we have bets? Can we start putting our bets in?
Well, we don't know exactly who's going to be in the tournament yet.
Okay.
So it's hard to decide. But bracketology is going to be talked about. College basketball experts on ESPN and all other different stations are going to start giving their predictions.
Of course.
And everyone has a different opinion.
That's true.
So,
well, can I start putting my money aside for now?
Yes, start saving.
Because I got a bet with you guys. Every one of you. Even you, Sky. Even you. I see you. But it's going to be fun. I mean, March is such an amazing time. We're out of football, into basketball, and NASCAR is coming up next. We have the contributor here. Kaelyn is coming somewhere. She's around. So I guess we'll go to a quick commercial break. And after that, we'll hear from Kaelyn Green. Yes.
We all know someone who struggles with math, and we also know how important math is. So whether it's a young child that needs a solid foundation or an older student that needs more support, I Am Unique Virtual Learning Center is the place for you. From the comforts of your own home, you'll have live sessions with professional math instructors that will support your learning needs no matter what your math capability is. Full interactive audio, visual, and classroom capabilities will allow any student to feel like they are in their own personal classroom. I Am Unique Virtual Academy. We don't teach math. We use math to teach students how to be successful.
That's IMUNIQUE.net. Call to schedule a tutoring session now. 678-999-6549. That's 678-999-6549.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble!
Hi, sports fans. This is your girl, the self-proclaimed sportsnista, Yakiri Thomas, with
Tar Van Dam
from Chits in the Sports Show, the hottest sports show in the A. Now, ladies, don't be scared. Chits in the Sports is not your typical sports talk radio show. We give you the tee-hee-hee of the who's who and the what's up, what's going on in the sports entertainment world, all from a girl's perspective. Now, fellas, we got you, boo. We got you covered. We have.
Well, this is Ulrich O.J. Johnson, the male perspective.
Giving it to you straight, no chaser. Listen to us every Friday, 1 to 2 on your 1100 AM dial, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio. Be sure to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Like us on Facebook. The game will never be the same. Game on! Have you been injured in a car accident or a slip and fall? Have you found yourself at odds with the insurance company and unsure of where to turn for help? Let personal injury trial lawyer Lamette Scott maximize the value of your personal injury claim by focusing on getting the money you deserve so you can focus on healing. Catastrophic personal injury, premise and personal liability, serious auto, truck, and commercial vehicle cases. Call us today. That's 404-671-9172. Personal injury trial lawyer Lamette Scott. We're serious about fighting for you. That's 404-671-9172. Hi, sports fans. This is your girl, the self-proclaimed sportsnista, Yakiri Thomas, and I'm here with my favorite insurance agent, Dr. Terry DePusa from the Pearson Consulting Group, who is here to give us the insurance tip and get you to think smarter coverage. Hi, Terica.
Hi, Yakiri.
I am so happy you're here today. As a satisfied customer of American National Insurance, I have to have you come on to share information with the listeners about the drug insurance rate increase and about the discounts that are available.
Yes, I understand the rate increase.
Give me the tea, girl.
Girl, this is due to the mass amount of accidents on Georgia roads right now.
What?
Yes, and most of these accidents are being caused by people just not paying attention while driving. The T is that the main distraction is people are constantly on their cell phone.
No.
Yes, texting.
What?
taking selfies.
Selfies?
Yes, recording videos.
OMG SMA!
Yes, and most of all, own them social media accounts.
Oh, gosh.
Yes, but there are some options that we can look into.
What are our options?
Of course, the main one is let's start to drive safely.
Love it.
Eliminate that distraction of being on the cell phone. Also, you can look at your coverage right now to see if you can reduce your rate. Look at bundling your auto, your home, and your life insurance for an additional discount. And you can also look into completing a certified defensive driver course that can lower your rate as well.
Awesome. Now call the Pearson Consulting Group today to see how to save on your auto insurance. That's 770-472-1800, 770-472-1800. You heard it first, and here, sports fans, think smarter coverage. Yes!
Hey yo, what's good? This is the mayor right here, East Coast repping to the fullest, and I'm in the Chicks in the Sports. And right about now, you're locked in the Chicks in the Sports. Go ahead and do what you do, ladies. Rock out.
Game on. We're back. Chicks in the Sports is in the building, and we have our favorite contributor here. She made it.
I made it, guys.
Kaelyn Green is in the building with us.
Hi. So happy to be here.
Yes, we're so happy you're here.
She ran here faster. She ran here faster than the NASCAR drivers drive around the track that she's going to tell us all about.
Yes, tell us all
Speed
about
racing.
NASCAR. She has a wonderful, fantastic blog on our website, chitsinthesports.com. Just tell us all about the NASCAR and everything, because you were very attentive to what's going on in NASCAR, right?
Thank you, yes. So the Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500 was this past weekend.
Ooh.
Yes, here in Georgia. Kevin Harvick was our winner with 181 laps out of 325.
So wait. They went around 325 times?
They were supposed to. But he got to 181.
Okay.
And everybody else didn't, so he won.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Now, Alicia, did you
Can you imagine 300?
I do. So I was actually at the race last year. I should have been this year, but I was out of town traveling. But NASCAR, if you don't know about NASCAR, it's amazing. Go to a race, especially when they're in Atlanta, because it's a lot more than just driving around a track. Especially when you get to be in the pit with everything happening, get you a hot pass and go down there. The pit crew actually trains throughout the week, making sure that they can change all the tires and the lug nuts and pick up the 100 pounds of gas. And it's amazing how much science goes into the wear and tear on the tires and the time. When's the best time for them to go? It's amazing.
As you know, the thing about it seems very exciting. I'm not a big NASCAR racing car fan. Danica Patrick, I like her.
Yeah. But she was dating Aaron Rodgers.
Ooh.
Yes. Yeah, they're dating.
But, overall, it seems like a very exciting sport. I know, like you're saying, they go through so many changes just to be involved in racing. Like, they get gas, right? Get their tires changed. How does that all work?
So you go around and you have to stop at a pit stop. Sometimes if something's wrong with the car, they'll give you a penalty and you have to stop at the pit stop too. Oh yeah, there's very specific rules about how your engine has to be, how the car has to look, the way that the nuts are tightened around the tires, the kind of tires that you're using. So it's really specific, and your pit crew is trained in all of that. And so every time you stop, they have to be ready to go in under 30 seconds.
Under 30 seconds. Yes. It's incredible. And a set of lug nuts per tire is $1,000. Oh my gosh. In case you are wondering, just how important everything is in racing.
Yes.
It's expensive. You need those sponsors.
Very much so.
It's crazy.
And those cars take a lot of wear, especially in cases where you have crashes or something's wrong with the car. I believe Bubba Wallace, his engine blew in this past race. And so smoke was just billowing out the back, and that messed up 3 different drivers behind him.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and it causes a lot of wear on the cars.
I can't even imagine.
I was always surprised. The last race that I went to, I actually got to run into Dale Earnherdt Jr.
Oh,
so if you know nothing about racing,
you know who Dale Earnhardt is.
Yeah, right? If you know nothing, he supports Mountain Dew and all the commercials. And he explained to me, whenever you get in the car, you climb through the window, and then they turn the steering wheel.
You climb through you don't open the door.
There's no door.
No,
oh, really?
No door.
You climb in the window, and then they twist in the steering wheel. And so you're actually sitting almost like in like a crunch position.
That's crazy.
It's not like sitting up straight
There's
like
not
a regular
a lot of space.
like a regular car. You're leaned like almost like a 60-degree angle, and you lose between 10 and 15 pounds during a race because you're sweating so much.
Wow.
And it's actually wild. Because of the neck restraints that they have for protection, you actually only see 10 to 2. You can't turn your head, so that's why the team is so important about having the earpieces in, because they're the ones that have to tell you who's on your left, who's on your right, what's going forward, because the drivers, they can't see anything.
Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine. Sky, would you crawl into a car like that?
Absolutely, I would.
Oh!
I don't know if
I used to race when I was 18.
You did? I know. But I'm thinking the way to explain it is like how the Dukes of Hazzard used to get into their cars. That's kind of how they do it, right?
Yeah. You got to be a little guy. Like
right,
I think that I'd be like claustrophobic getting in one of those cars. So for them to sit in there for hours
on hours. Okay. Interesting. But again, this is big. Don't they have another event that's happening as well?
They do. So the Pennzoil 400, which is presented by Jiffy Lube, is coming up on March 4th. It's the Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Love it.
Yes, it's going to be really exciting.
Oh my gosh. I love that. It's always amazing to learn more about other sports. NASCAR, again, is not my expertise. I will say that. But I do know who Dale Earnhardt is. I know, his father that passed away years ago. Don't know him personally, but I am aware. Danica Patrick, again, know who that is.
Yes.
But, overall, I think this is a very exciting sport. And definitely check out her blog, peoplechicks.sports.com.
Yes, it's called Laps on Laps on Laps.
Yes, Laps on Laps on Laps. Kaelyn Green is in the building with us. Kaelyn, yay!
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
Kaelyn, you ready to talk more sports with us?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, snap, crackle. She's ready, Alicia.
I am ready to go.
Alicia, you think she got this?
I think she's ready.
Okay, so where you want to go with this? Who are we talking about next?
Who you want to go? I don't know. You pick.
It's so many topics, so many. I think I was going to save the UFC for later on, but I guess we could dive on into UFC. Are you ready for UFC? Did anyone do their research about UFC?
You are a resident UFC.
I'm just saying.
UFC expert.
I mean, okay, so, Ronda Rousey is no longer a part of the UFC. She's, I guess, retired or moved on.
WWE.
Yeah, WWE. Yes, moved on with her life. Moved on. So they're now saying the next in line is Mackenzie Dern. She is possibly the next Ronda Rousey.
Should we fight this weekend?
Yes, possibly. There will be a fight coming up this weekend. And, again, she's kind of flattered by that. But she also is very cocky by it and says she's going to be better.
Well, Ronda Rousey did get knocked out.
Yes, she did. So, not once. Twice.
So I feel like as long as she maybe steers away, stays conscious in the ring, then she should be good.
And the crazy thing about UFC, I've always said, it's such a very different sport. We're using our feet, for God's sake, to attack our opponent.
Anything goes, too. It's not like boxing where, there's structure.
Mm-hmm.
You are literally put in a ring, and it's like survival of the fittest. Like, have at it, kick each other in the head, backhand each other,
fight each other.
Out, blood everywhere.
Whenever I think of UFC, there's that knockout picture of Ronda Rousey where her face is, compressed and spit's flying. And that's how I just know UFC is just not for me.
I know, right?
I'm just not cut out for it.
Now, who is at this point? Really. Kaelyn, would you go up against a UFC fighter?
Oh, absolutely not. Have you seen how in shape they are, the training that they do?
Mm-hmm.
They go through so many hours of training a week. And not just training for the UFC fights, but, just personal fitness. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. I couldn't take one of them.
I know, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. But again, you know, it's crazy because this next story, another UFC woman fighter, Chris Cyborg, she is saying she will make Floyd Mayweather tap out if they fought in an octagon. Yes, according to TMZ, that's what she said.
Now, people just love to come for Floyd.
I know, right? It's just Sky.
It's not like he's not asking for it, okay?
That is true.
And I'll tell you what, if he gets in there with McGregor under the UFC, he's going to get annihilated because his main thing that he's always loved to do is to duck down to get away from the fight. That's where the knees come up, and good night, Irene.
I remember they teased it for a while, too.
They did, yeah.
They did. For a while. I was excited. I kind of wanted to see what was going to happen.
No, because Floyd, you know, I hate to say, he has a big ego, and he picks who he wants to fight, and he picks who he knows he can beat.
But so much of the sport is talking and fighting back and forth, and
creating the hype,
making the overly cocky comments. That's part of the business. That's part of what sells the sports. That's why we pay for fights like to watch.
Pay-per-view.
So it's part of his. I mean, as much as I would like to say, like, it's all Floyd's ego, it's kind of also his job.
It is his job. It is.
But he ducked Pacquiao enough till Pacquiao couldn't fight him.
Yes. But see, that's the thing. He's not going to go and get beat up at this point. He loves his title undefeated, and he's going to keep it that forever. So, I mean, in that situation, because I thought about this story, and I said a girl fighting a guy. Scary. But at the same time, thinking about the field that she's in, like you said, we all agree they use their feet to kick you in the face.
But do we even think that would ever happen, a man and a woman fighting? Like, I know that we're all about gender equality, but also domestic violence and sports is a huge thing.
Exactly,
That's true. No. I mean, I think if you go into, like, wrestling, though, they pit men and women up against each other.
Right?
Yeah.
Matches.
Right.
Yeah.
And when the woman tags in, the other opponent has to tag in his female partner as well.
But we're also not knocking women out.
No.
Right. They let them.
Unless another woman knocks another woman.
No, that's different. Yeah. If it's a girl on girl, then yeah.
So I just think that there's also some structural things that we would have to go over for that fight to even happen.
Yes, exactly. But, you know, we shall see. I mean, I think it's just a bunch of smack talk. Plus, he hasn't even responded to this. It's just like, again.
He's too busy counting his millions of dollars.
Exactly. Doesn't he love to say that he's retired?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
He really does.
Retired usually means, you know, you're done. How many times has he come out of retirement now?
Floyd Money Mayweather, come on out of it. In fact, let's see what you got. We want to see Chits in the Sports. We want to see you out of retirement, Floyd. Anyone? Anyone? Am I the only one here? Chicks in the Sports Niece is the only one.
I mean, I'm a boxer. I'd like to think that I was a boxer. I go to boxing class, and I last about 2 minutes in the ring, and then I am spent. So
yeah, the whole process and the structure of fighting is very strategic. I mean, it's tiresome, right?
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting. You're going round after round after round. So you were tapped out at 2 rounds, right?
I've tapped out after like 2 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So, Floyd Mayweather, if you want to make some money, come box me. You can knock me out straight off the bat.
No, Alicia, no knocking it out. You have an awesome SMH OMG moment, right?
SMH OMG.
Oh my gosh, are you ready for it?
Okay.
Wait. We gotta do the theme song.
SMH OMG moments up next.
Hashtag Chicks in the Sports tags your best.
Yay!
Yay! That's my favorite part of the show every week. Self-proclaimed sportsanista and rapper.
I know, right? It took time
Rap
to get
game
that
strong. Bars.
Yes. Bars. Okay, go.
So, this week, I've got 2. I've got my SMH, and then I've got my OMG. My SMH goes out to J.R. Smith, who was suspended on Thursday for throwing a bowl of soup at an assistant coach.
What? What type of soup was it? Was it Campbell?
You know what? I don't know. It wasn't reported in the article, but I'm just confused about what's going on. How does this situation go down? Are you sitting at lunch and you throw it? It's different than like throwing a drink.
Yeah, where did he throw it?
Yeah.
Was he at lunch and he so happened to be close and he threw a bowl of soup, or was there a game going on?
Contract negotiations are apparently underway, and so instead of like maybe throwing his shirt, which he loves to take off, he went for the soup instead.
That's crazy.
Soup.
Was it hot soup?
Yeah, was it like a
Was it lukewarm
that's
soup?
cold?
I know.
Also, you are a grown adult.
It's dangerous.
Food fights are way below you, J.R. Smith. It cannot be that important. You do not need to be throwing soup at another grown man.
Right.
I am
How close was it?
I
wonder. Did it hit him though? Wait, did it hit him on the face? I mean, did it hit him on his clothes? Where did the soup go? It was just thrown.
It was thrown.
Okay, I'll just leave it like that. I'll leave it like that.
I am interested to see how those contract negotiations go, because with the Cavs having redone their whole team, I was definitely curious to see.
They may not need him anymore.
Exactly.
They did just bring in a whole bunch of shooters.
They did. They brought in a whole bunch of shooters.
So
some very good shooters.
Does that?
And he's had a pretty bad season.
Not the greatest season.
Maybe that was the reasoning behind the soups.
And then you start thinking, his contract's coming up, we don't really need you, maybe we ship you out.
Campbell drops you as a sponsor.
Yes.
Sounds like a great plug for a sponsorship, though.
Yes. Okay. What's next on your...
My OMG, I don't know if y'all have been following along with this, but basically the NCAA has been turned upside down, flipped over, and their worst kept secret has been exposed with an FBI investigation. Documents and bank records have been obtained in an investigation, kind of underground recruiting, if you can even call it that, because everybody knows it happens. And at the center of it all is the former NBA agent Andy Miller and his former associate Christian Dawkins. And these documents that the FBI have uncovered include expense reports and balance sheets that talk about cash advances and entertainment and travel expenses for college and high school prospects and their families.
You know, I guess the whole thing about that is they're not supposed to recruit on the low, right?
Well, it's not against the NCAA rules to meet with an agent.
Okay.
It is against the NCAA rules to let him buy you a meal or, I don't know, give you like a $73,000 bonus.
A bonus? Yes. Is that a bonus? Oh, wow. Okay. That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the FBI has been targeting certain people, and they have intercepted more than 4,000 calls across 330 days, which is tied to 3 different court cases. But
that's crazy.
The big deal about this is not something that is in the past. This is dealing with current players right now from more than 20 D1 basketball programs and more than 25 players. So I'm curious to see what the ramifications for the NCAA tournament look like, because you have teams like Duke, North Carolina, Texas, Kentucky, USC, Michigan State, Alabama.
Yes.
Big name teams that are allegedly
breaking
NCAA rules. What does that look like for the tournament? What does that look like for their eligibility? And if we've all known that this is happening, to use LeBron's words, you know, it's run like a cartel. we all knew that people were getting $100 handshakes. What I didn't realize until I was doing my research is that people were getting $40,000 handshakes.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. That is crazy. And this is an FBI investigation.
Yes.
Wires involved?
That's how they got Sharif O'Neal. Did y'all hear about that?
No.
So he is going to UCLA now.
Okay.
Because there was this discussion, I believe it was Arizona that he had committed to, and there was this discussion about the alleged payment, $100,000, and they had a wiretap, and so they found out about this. And he says it's alleged, but then he decommitted, and now he's going to UCLA.
Right. Interesting.
Well, that's the same thing with Arizona's head coach, Sean Miller. They're keeping him as a coach, even though he's denied, 6-figure payments.
That's crazy. And see, the thing about that, the Shaquille O'Neal, his son, I didn't know exactly why. I know there was a decommitment there, but I did not know that was the behind the story. That's crazy. That's crazy.
So right now, NCAA chaos, but hopefully long-term change because it's a broken system that needs to be fixed.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, whenever you get into the nitty-gritty of it, it is upsetting. Because, you know, it's like the NCAA has known that this has been going on, and now it's become a federal investigation, which is just ridiculous to me.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So that
is my OMG, and I can't wait to see how this all goes down.
It's crazy.
It's like you say, it's a business.
It's a business.
It's a business.
It's supposed to be for sports, but
right.
A lot of players now are just saying, you know what, go ahead and change the rule and pay the college players.
What do you think about that? Do you think that college players should be paid?
Personally,
ask the listeners too, you know? That should be a good question.
That's a great question. Personally, I think, you know, y'all are out here getting scholarships and perks and exposure. If you're playing for teams like Duke, then, you know, pro teams are looking at you. Why do you need 6 figures on top of that at the age of 21?
Right.
I would just like to know. If anyone wants to make a case and change my mind, feel free.
Yeah, I know that this is like a hot topic because people feel one way or the other. There's not really a gray area. I am totally against paying college players because I think the same reason. You know, you get paid to go to school.
Absolutely.
You live for free. You get stipends to have meals. And so
you're getting a degree,
there comes
too.
problems. How do you regulate who gets paid what? How, like, you know, do you get paid on playing time? Is it...
Do I get paid more than you?
Right, do I get paid?
Exactly.
What if I go to a different
Crazy.
school? It's crazy. There's a lot of things that go into it. But obviously, for me, like being friends with athletes in college, my family had to be really careful. We couldn't take certain people out to lunch.
Oh, yeah. Because of that.
We couldn't have family friends come sit with us for football games because it was against NCAA regulations.
That's crazy.
So there's just, they're very strict rules, but they're in place because of situations like this.
Yes.
Got it. Well, that's her SMH OMG moment coming up next. Birthdays and WNBA news.
Hey, Chicks into Sports family. It's Ulrich Johnson, the male perspective here, and I have a question for you. Do you deal with lines on your face, wrinkles, puffy eyes, dark eyes, or stretch marks? Well, if so, I want you to check out Narium. Narium is a billion-dollar anti-aging company that is changing lives around the world. To learn more about this great product, please go to ulrichjohnson.narium.com. That's ulrichjohnson.nerium.com. Do it today.
Have you been injured in a car accident or a slip and fall? Have you found yourself at odds with the insurance company and unsure of where to turn for help? Let personal injury trial lawyer Lamette Scott maximize the value of your personal injury claim by focusing on getting the money you deserve so you can focus on healing. Catastrophic personal injury, premise and personal liability, serious auto, truck, and commercial vehicle cases. Call us today. That's 404-671-9172. Personal injury trial lawyer Lamette Scott. We're serious about fighting for you. That's 404-671-9172.
Hey, this is Sports Diva, Erica Blunt. You are now tuning in to Chicks into Sports. I am that chick that's going to tell it like a T.I. is.
Birthdays! NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year in 2004, who became the youngest starting quarterback to win a Super Bowl when the Pittsburgh Steelers defeated the Seattle Seahawks in 2006. Ben Roethlisberger turns 36. Running back who won the Heisman Trophy with USC in 2005, but was later forced to forfeit after he was accused of receiving improper benefits while in school. He was drafted second overall by the New Orleans Saints in 2006, and he later spent 2 years with the Miami Dolphins before joining the Lions in 2013. Reggie Bush turns 33. Quarterback who became a Super Bowl hero for the New England Patriots in his rookie season. With 20 seconds remaining in Super Bowl 49, the Patriots leading 28-24, he made a game-saving interception at the goal line to seal a New England victory over the Seattle Seahawks. He also won Super Bowl 51 with the team in 2017. Malcolm Butler turns 28. running back, who was drafted by the New England Patriots in 2011 out of the University of California, Berkeley. He helped the Patriots win Super Bowl 49, then signed with the New York Giants prior to 2015 season. Shane Vereen turns 29. NFL cornerback, who won Super Bowl titles in 2008 and 2012 as a member of the New York Giants, Corey Webster, turns 36. NFL placed kicker, who was drafted in the second round of the 2005 NFL Draft by the New York Jets, Mike Nugent, turns 36. Running back, kick returner, and collegiate sprinter, who was drafted in the fifth round by the Steelers in 2012. He joined the Indianapolis Colts in 2013. Chris Rainey turns 30. Former offensive lineman for the New England Patriots, who became a sports journalist after early retirement, Ross Tucker turns 39. Basketball player, best known as a member of NBA teams like the 76ers and the Hornets, Jason Smith turns 32. Center, who made his NBA debut in 2010 for the Miami Heat, Dexter Pittman turns 30. Major League Baseball player who became the closer of his hometown Minnesota Twins in 2012, Glenn Perkins turns 35. A two-time All-Star who was named National League Comeback Player of the Year in 1995. He played for the Atlanta Braves in 1987 to 1993. He is currently a co-host on WAGA-TV's morning news program, Good Day Atlanta. Ron Gadd turns 53. Switch hitting middle infielder, known for his hitting, who made his MLB debut in 2013 for the Seattle Mariners. Nick Franklin turns 27. Known for his slider and propensity for getting the strikeout, he made his MLB debut in 2009 with the Houston Astros. Bud Norris turns 33. Happy birthday! This day in sports, picture it, sports lovelies. The year was 1949. Heavyweight boxing champion Joe Louis retires. This day, March the 2nd, 1949.
Hey, it's Lita Lee, and you are now tuning in to Chicks into Sports. I'm that chick who's going to state facts and give you the tea.
Guess what time it is? You already know what time it is. It's WNBA Atlanta Dream News, yes! Okay, sports lovelies, you already know what time it is. It is my favorite time of the show where I get to talk about my favorite team, the Atlanta Dream. Yes! Now, of course, the Atlanta Dream has announced 2 preseason games. Yes, sports lovelies. Now, the Atlanta Dream will open its 11th season with a preseason game at Chicago on Sunday, May the 6th at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, the game will be played at the Sky's new home, Wintrust Arena. This will be Coach Nikki's debut game as the Atlanta Dream's head coach. Yes! And again, Coach Nikki has said, I am excited about both opportunities in the preseason. Both games give us a chance to see who shines when the lights come on and begin the process of finding rotations that work well together. The competition will also help our staff assess who should be on our opening day roster as we begin this 2018 campaign. Yes! Now, of course, Atlanta, ATL, we have to stand up, we have to represent, and we have to support the Atlanta Dream. I can't say this so many times, but I'll say it again. Support the Atlanta Dream. We love the Atlanta Dream, and we definitely are looking forward to the 2018 season that is upon us. Now, need I say more? I guess I shall. If I can run with the Atlanta Dream, you should run with the Atlanta Dream. Let's all run with the Atlanta Dream 2018. Yes, let's go Dream. 2018 is one dream. Let's go.
I'm Ashley Barnett, and you're listening to Chicks into Sports. I'm the one that's going to tell it like it is.
Game on, and we're back live with
Alicia Bostic and Kaelyn Green.
Yes! Okay, Alicia, we have one quick story to top everything off. Quickly.
We just had a heated discussion during the break about how we feel about keeping people getting paid, people not getting paid.
Yes.
Recently, Johnny Manziel came out, and he's a professional, saying that he would play football For no money.
Johnny, no football.
Johnny.
No football. That's what he would. I mean, what? Okay, all right. Johnny Football has said he would play football for no money.
We are making the arguments, college players should play for the love of the game. Well, just because you're a professional, you still love the game, presumably. I mean, I know you love getting paid, too, but I just think it's interesting.
Do they love those bills
I just think it's interesting that he would be willing to play
for free?
Which he wouldn't be able to realistically play for free, but he would play for league minimum. So, just interesting.
Okay, that's all I got to say. Well, thank you, guys. It's been a real show. My gosh, it's been an amazing show. Kaelyn, you have to come back.
Oh, I definitely will. Just call me anytime.
We will. And check her out, chicksinthesports.com. She will be writing so many more fantastic blogs for us. And also, Alicia has a wonderful blog as well on chicksinthesports.com about March Madness. Well, it's my motivational moment. Thank you, Scott. And I say this week after week after week after week after week. It doesn't matter how slow you go. So as long as you don't stop. Remember, dreams don't come true until you what? You wake up and you go to work. Be sure to like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Check us out the same place, same time, every Friday, 1 to 2 p.m. on Atlanta's Real 1100 radio station. Now, ladies, the game will never be the same. Game on! Yeah!